you can't be in Northern Virginia and in Southern York County, Pennsylvania to film 2 games at the same time. So as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, your next idea is to figure out how you can leverage what you have just created. You've got the framework, you've got the customers now, things are happening, you've got a great editing team, you're understanding how to put these things together, and people are starting to call you. And your business is going to continue to grow. So as your leader, as your entrepreneur mindset starts kicking in, how do I employ somebody else to do what I'm doing? Your job is to hire somebody that is better than you, that is a better filmer. It's okay. You can't be threatened. You want to find somebody that really wants to do this. And what would somebody typically, do you think, would make per hour in this type of, hourly wage if you had to hire somebody?
I'd say maybe a comfortable between 20 and 25, I think.
Okay.
If I'm off the top of my head. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say that you pay, let's just go a little further. Let's say you want to pay somebody $30 an hour. You want a good person, they're going to show up. And $30 an hour is basically 2 times the national minimum wage. So $30 an hour is pretty good for somebody to do on the side. They're outside, they're watching sports. It's kind of a fun job. It's pretty cool. It's your equipment, you set it up and that sort of thing. So if you could pay somebody $30 an hour, okay, you were going to take that out of your $79 an hour profit. Okay, so they get 30 and you're making $49 for the work that they're doing. Okay, which is a great opportunity for you. I know you'd have to buy a second set of equipment. I'm not going to go into that, but once we show that the model works and that you can expand it laterally and be in different places with different people, then your financial success rises. The opportunity becomes exponential.
Alex, I'm really enjoying these numbers. It's an eye opener to see these numbers on paper, to see it tangibly, so that I could really just prepare myself going forward.
Yeah, most people don't. You almost have to work backwards. So when you're putting together the business plan, you did the right things. So you've discovered basically, I've got an idea, I've got a skill set, I can go forward with this. The next thing is, okay, how many people are doing this? Can I enter into this market and say, you know what, is there room for growth for me to come in here and say, I'm going to start my own little shingle, I'm going to create my own product, my own service, and you've identified that. So you did that earlier on. Then the next thing you did is you picked the lane that you want to go into. Like everybody thinks, okay, I'm gonna shotgun this thing out. I'm gonna start 5 different video production things. I'm gonna do all this stuff, and they get analysis paralysis, which kills them, because there's like, I should research this, I should research this. Focus on one thing. What is the simplest low-hanging fruit that you can do? Where's the market? Where are the most customers? And I think what you identified here is the game day package. There's so many kids that need to get exposed to colleges. The club teams are exploded. This youth sports business is a $10 billion industry. It's massive. It has grown out of nowhere. So identifying that huge market, you don't want to be in a market that's a couple 100,000. You want to be in a $1 billion market and provide service to that. So you did that, which is awesome. And then the next thing is, okay, how much can I make? Taking that number, and then you have to work backwards. Don't work forward, you work backwards. What is my end number that I can do? How many can I do? And let's break it down to what I'm going to make per hour. Can I pay off my loans? Can I pay myself? If I can do that, is there room for me to grow after I realize what I've created is successful? Can I then expand this and go forward by hiring other people to replicate the services or the products that I have shown my customers? And is this a business that you actually are excited to do? I mean, is this something you like and want to pursue?
Yeah, it's actually a way of life now. COVID has definitely put me in my chair in front of a computer, and I've just been doing it nonstop since. I've definitely fallen back in love with video editing. So yeah, this is definitely something I can certainly do for the future.
Okay, so if it pans out emotionally and you like it and you want to do this, and if it works out financially, and not everything's for the money, okay? It's not. I'm not trying to tell you you have to love this job. I wouldn't tell you to go start something that you don't want to or are not passionate about. So it's important that you do something that you are passionate about and see yourself pursuing. Not that you're going to do this for the next 10, 15, 20 years, but you're going to pivot and gravitate towards other opportunities. But it's important to start with something you like. So the next step for you is it works emotionally, it works financially. You've got to now go out and hustle and figure out where's the low-hanging fruit. Which club teams, which programs can I target geographically near me? You're going to create your pitch. your sales pitch, your pricing structure, your marketing piece, so that you can go out and get this. And your goal, your main goal is one customer. You've got to get one customer, because if you can get one customer, you can get 10, you can get 20, you can get 50 or 100. But your job is to go out and give one. And in the first one, you might have to give a little bit on the price. You might have to prove yourself, and that's okay. You're going to have to use, Coppermine as a reference, or somebody that you've done work for in the past as a reference, but that's okay. You just have to get the one customer so that you can keep going forward. That's great, Coach K. Next time, we're going to navigate on how to get those customers for you. Make sure you like, follow, or comment, and we'll see you next week.